After watching over 1,000 anime series, I cannot count how many times I've had a show that features a childhood friend that seems so perfect for the main protagonist that will always lose. Every single time they will always lose. Now I can probably think of a couple that they're technically childhood friends and they're technically in the win, but yeah, pretty much every time it's, man, this character's perfect. They are a childhood friend and they lose every time. So yeah, when I seen Osamake, rom-com where a childhood friend won't lose, getting an anime adaptation, and I'm like, wait, there's a light novel with this title. This seems perfect for me. I was excited, but at the same time, I'm like, but wait, is this just a trick, or is this just a playoff of words? Is this really what it means? That's the big question mark. So yeah, I just got done with the first episode of Asamake, or rom-com where a childhood friend won't lose. The Japanese title is Asa Nanajimi ga Zettai ni Makanai Love Comedy. And yeah, I'm pretty meh on the show so far. I mean, it's only one episode. I was very surprised to learn that it was being done by Doga Kobo, or being reminded, anyways. I know I knew that when we were doing the preview, just mainly because the show is already showing a lot of off-model characters, and Doga Kobo is very so much known, for me anyways, as having very good styling and very good at keeping characters on model. So yeah, like I said, it's just kind of surprising to see them having issues already in the first episode. So I hope that's not a bad sign for the show, but or a bad sign for Dogokobo in general, because I've always loved their work. They do a fantastic job animating, and they're kind of the underdog that nobody really kind of takes note of except for me and my co-host on a Talk Spirit Anime Cast. But the premise so far, it's all right. It has set up a decent premise so far. It seems so far we have Suihara, who is a guy that is in love with a child author. And this child author is obviously pretty popular in school. It doesn't seem like he's gotten a chance to really confess his love to her, but he does like her. Before he gets a chance to really confess to her, you come to find out that she's actually has a boyfriend now, and this boyfriend is actually a child star, so he's very popular as well. And kind of after finding out about this, he seems pretty depressed, but he is being supported by Kuroha Shida, who is, as the title would lead to believe, his childhood friend. And she's always supported him, and she's actually confessed to him in the past, and he refused her because he obviously loves this author and what she's, basically through her work. He really liked her book that she wrote. And what the childhood friend Kuroha actually presents to him is, well, why don't you get revenge? She obviously dangled you along knowing that you liked her, and then she discarded you the moment that she got this other love. Let's get revenge. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And she's like, well, imagine her and him together and going on dates together, and then having that romantic kiss at the end of the date. And he's like, yeah, sure, I agree. She has been playing me, and I do want to get revenge. Following the next day, they get together and they're kind of strategizing what they want to do in order to get revenge. And the thing that Kuroha presents to him is, well, let's pretend that we're a couple, and that'll get revenge on her. And he's like, no, that feels wrong. I can't do that. And then she starts kind of making more advanced aggression towards him, uh, being more forward with him in the room. And then he eventually runs out. And then we have a meeting with him, trying to find some kind of dirt on this guy that is this girl's boyfriend. And everybody seems to like him. He's got all these good traits to him. And then this guy, the boyfriend, actually confronts him and says, I know who you are. You're actually this famous child actor. So that was kind of an interesting little twist at the end of it. They kind of gave a quick tease at it at some point during the episode where you see him with some flowers in his hand with I'm assuming his mother. So obviously he won an award at some point being this child actor. So, I mean, it was nice seeing these scenes with Kuroha being very kind of aggressive towards him and forward with him, but just kind of a pretty mediocre start so far. I mean, I have my hopes for the series as a whole. I think it might be a really clever idea. This idea of possibly this childhood friend actually winning. It's not just a childhood friend, oddly enough. It's actually a childhood friend that has actually confessed. I mean, the typical issue that we run into with childhood friends in anime storytelling is typically that the biggest trait of them is that they wait too long to claim what they want to claim until it's too late. And she obviously, yeah, I guess you can make the argument that she did wait too late because she probably confessed the moment that he did meet Kachi and was falling in love with Kachi, this author. But yeah, I guess my thing is that I'm curious as to what the title really means. The premise so far is that he likes this author. He failed to confess to her in time. She found another boyfriend, and now the childhood friend's working with him to get revenge. Now the title could mean two things. It's it technically mean three things. Yes. The first is it's the one story where eventually this childhood friend will win his heart. That's the obvious idea. But can the title also mean these other two things? One being the childhood friend wins in getting the revenge against the author, and then he falls in love with the author, and the author and him get together, and they're all happy, big happy family. That could be the option as well. Then the final option is it the concept of her winning because she knew she wanted to help him get with the girl that he loved, and that's the childhood friend winning? That's the thing. It's like, is it the obvious thing that we all want, which is, oh wow, finally the childhood friend actually gets the boy? Or is it the childhood friend wins in getting the boy the love that he actually desired? That's the big question mark. And it is kind of sad. I I want it to be that, but it's like you do have a tile that technically is starting to spell it out. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be the case. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is definitely one I'm going to keep an eye on, just because, yes, I want childhood friend to win. I did find it really funny that the main character is voiced by not only the guy that he's the seiyuu that does Kirito. He does a lot of shows. He's very, very popular in the anime sphere. But he also voices Beetlejuice from Re:Zero. And who does the childhood friend voice? Yes, Hestia, but also Rem from Re:Zero. So this is like an alternate reality where we have we have Beetlejuice with his childhood friend that is Rem. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Like I said, so far it's pretty meh. Other than, like I said, I really did like the scene with her being very forward with him and really messing with him, because he does see, unlike most childhood friend shows or shows with childhood friends, it does kind of show the aspect that he does see her as a girl. He is very embarrassed when she is very forward with him, and she's obviously not afraid of being very forward with him. And so that does give her a lot of pluses in the idea that she is not standing by idly. She is pursuing him, and hopefully eventually he sees that. Like, this is the girl that's always been at your side, always supporting you. Do you want that, or do you want the girl that is rejecting you and walking away from you? Question mark there. So I also am technically curious as to what will be Kachi's story, this girl that is the author. Maybe is she being forced to have to get with him in order to, like, her manager possibly is saying this is a good move for you for your book to get out there. Maybe she just wants to get her book out so badly that she's willing to do this. Obviously, it shows that she did appreciate the fact that he liked her book, the main character, Suehara. But did that mean much to her? It's weird that they kept throughout the episode pointing out the fact that she was always dragging him along, but all we really got a glimpse of was him saying that he liked her book, and then this one shot of her basically walking in and at least acknowledging that he's there in the room, but we don't get to see how they've interacted this entire time. So it is kind of, I guess my biggest negative so far is just the fact that it's presenting all this aspect of them being communicating to each other for some time, but we don't see any of it, so we just have to assume that what they said is correct, and we don't get to see what kind of interactions they've had so far. So, kind of like I said, a very shaky way of starting it, but we'll see where it goes from here. So, that's my thoughts on the first episode of Osamake, a rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose, a series that hopefully will turn into something pretty awesome. But that's my thoughts on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please leave a like, comment, let me know what you thought of the first episode, and if you're looking forward to more of it. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will be doing first impressions of all the shows in the spring 2021 season, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and y'all take care.